Welcome back, everybody. How y'all doing? What's the weather like where you are? Are you dealing with relentless rain, severe cold, and snow? Tell me in the comments below. Today is Tuesday, 6th January, and thankfully it is sunny. Actually, it's been sunny in Dundee every day since New Year's Eve. Sunny, but bitterly cold. So that's why I'm in one of my favorite turtlenecks. And this is actually hand knitted. And it was made by my friend, my Scottish bestie's mom, Helen. It's hand knitted. And it was given to me. So I am really, really hungry. So I'm about to make my tea because it's actually 2:50 p.m. here in Dundee. And I skipped breakfast this morning because I wasn't hungry. But I'm hungry now. So I'm making something my mom made for us often. My mother made the very best fried potatoes on the planet. And one of the things I've always loved since I became a grown-up is having breakfast for dinner. So that's what I'm making. I'm making a big pan of fried potatoes, which hopefully I can get on the hob before the order I just placed from the co-op arrives. Can you tell that the light above my head is flickering? Which it tends to do when the light bulb is about to blow. So hopefully it won't blow while I'm doing this video. Excuse me a moment. Okay, so when I make fried potatoes, what I put in them is green peppers and onions and sausage meat. The sausage meat varies. It could be pork sausage or beef sausage or, the crumbly pork sausage meat, which I discovered years ago, and that's what I use when I'm feeling homesick for Bob Evans Spicy Farm sausage. So, but I don't have any of that right now, so I'll just be putting regular pork sausage into it. So, while I'm doing this, let me give a shout out to my best friend from uni, Lily. I hope your birthday yesterday was brilliant. And you have no idea how much I wish I could have been there to celebrate your birthday with you. But I also know, because you love me, that you understand why I was not. So, I have yet to finish watching Euphoria. I have to be careful when I'm watching that, I watch it in stages because it really does. It disturbs me to think that the youth of America, this is what they've come to. And sometimes, as I'm watching this show, and it's probably because of my age and the era in which I was born, sometimes I think these kids need a good slap because none of the kids in this show are disciplined, not in the way that I was disciplined when I was growing up. So, however, hey ho, times change, the planet turns, and life goes on. So, I hear the front door. Please tell me that is my delivery. But no one is knocking at my door, so that's not it. So, for 2026, the first book I am reading in 2026, I'm actually rereading it. And I read it decades ago when it first came out. And it's by Pat Conroy, the same guy who wrote The Prince of Tides. I love Pat Conroy because his language, the way he writes, it's beautiful. The way he strings the words together, it makes all the hair on my arms stand up. It's just gorgeous. More than that, I love his subject matter. I have read all of Pat Conroy's novels, and that's why I'm revisiting this. This is one I've not revisited in a very long time, and it's called Beach Music. Pat Conroy was born and raised in the lowlands of South Carolina. He's a Southern boy who not only has a really good command of the language, he has a very good understanding of human nature. That's one. Number two, he writes about outcasts, the kids who don't fit into their family structure. He writes about children who grow up in a less than desirable environment. Children who grow up to be haunted and hurt and damaged by their childhoods. And without being disrespectful to my own parents, who I miss dearly. I love them dearly and I miss them both, and I dream of mommy and daddy frequently. Oh, hang on. That is the buzzer. Okay, and I'm back. I forget where I left off. I think it had something to do with why I liked Pat Conroy as a writer. And I was talking about, he basically writes about how the events of one's childhood shapes your entire life. decades later, it turns you, it shapes you, and it forms, your worldview and everything. So that's what I'm reading right now is beach music. And to go deeper, all of his books take place in South Carolina. And one of the greatest books he wrote, which was made into a film starring Robert Duvall, is The Great Santini. And even today, in 2026, years later, and I'm pretty sure The Great Santini came out in the 90s, he wrote about his family growing up with an alcoholic father. And the movie had the book first, followed by the movie, had a profound impact on the relationship with his family and his siblings. So, even though it won him numerous awards, his family and his siblings were really unhappy by the publication of that book. They weren't interested in his fame. They were like, how dare you divulge the family secrets? So, you have heard me allude to the novel that I have been writing. And I've been writing this book for many years. And it's largely an attempt to heal myself. Because, there are some scars, they scab over, but they continue to have a profound effect on you. And I'm trying to write this because after my second heart attack, this is so weird. And this is why I feel like I need to do it. After my second heart attack, I began to dream about my childhood. Everything that I had not thought about for years with regards to my childhood came back to me in dreams. And some of them were good, but most of them were bad. So, I get it, and that's why I love Pat Conroy, because it proves to me that I'm not the only person who had to deal with stuff. It proves to me that childhood is crucial to a man's or a woman's development as an adult. And in a way, I feel validated in my decision to leave the land of my birth. Not that I no longer need such validation, but, until I reached an age and a point, in my maturity and my life where I didn't need anyone's approval, it was just reading that book was a welcome assistance to my consciousness. Whoa. John is right. I'm really lethal with a knife. It's not bleeding, thank you, Lord, but I've just cut off my index fingernail. So, I'm not going to bore you with watching me cook my entire meal. Can you see? I don't even know if you can see it. No, you can't. What you see is my dish pan, but you can see all the stuff I'm chopping here. There you go. For my fried potatoes. I can't wait because I'm seriously hungry. And I shouldn't be having anything fried, actually. My cardio doc told me in 2023 to lay off the fried foods, lay off the red meat. And I have been trying to listen to him, but on the other hand, I have to admit, I did tell him, I mean, I'm almost 68. My cardio doc isn't even 45 yet. So I'm like, I'm going to try to follow your advice, baby. But don't expect me to adhere to stuff totally. Okay? So, and he just laughed. That said, because of where I live, I thank the NHS, the Scottish NHS, because England's NHS is different from the Scottish NHS. I thank them, frequently, because they're brilliant, and they have overseen my medical care, with genuine care. Right. Okay, everything has been chopped, and I can now put it in the skillet and fry it and enjoy, the odors. What smells better than frying onions and, frying potatoes? I look forward to the odors as much as I do, eating it. So, that's your girl out. So, I can get my eat on. Until I upload my next video, as always, stay safe and live well, because I truly do love all of you.